makes a Super Bowl championship team? What's the DNA makeup of a championship team? Solid quarterback play. A guy who's not going to turn the ball over. A guy who's going to put you in a position to win each and every week. A solid running game, which includes a solid offensive line that can pound the ball, put pressure on the defense, control the clock, and also a solid defense. Okay? A championship level defense, as well as a receiver that can open it up the top. The Cleveland Browns has a solid quarterback that can manage the game, that can make plays when you need them. It's going to keep the team in a position to win. B, they have a solid running game, a phenomenal offensive line, phenomenal backs. They also have a wide receiver in Odell Beckham who can take the top off the defense. All the Cleveland Browns need they have an opportunity. The Cleveland Browns have an opportunity to take their game to the next level by reamping this defense. This is what the Cleveland Browns should do. Number one, sign J.J. Watt. If J.J. Watt's willing to take middle of the road money, nothing ridiculous, between $2 and $5 million a year. If he's willing to do something like that, that'll be phenomenal. His good friend Joe Thomas is a Wisconsin alumni such as himself. So, hopefully Big Joe can help us out getting him in here. And the Cleveland Browns should also go ahead and see if they can work something out with Richard Sherman. Now, both those guys are seeing their better days. Signing J.J. Watt to something like $3 million, a year, or $3 million a year. Low risk, high reward. The Cleveland Browns have the cap space. Signing a guy like Richard Sherman. Now, Richard Sherman, we all know he's at pretty much the end of his career. Doesn't have the great elite speed that he once had, but he's one of the smartest players in the NFL. He's a guy who can come in that locker room. J.J. Watt as well as Richard Sherman that can come in the locker room, teach these young guys how to play. People forget the Cleveland Browns, probably the youngest team in the NFL. Really have no veteran presence. Except Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. But, Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, and those guys are still in their 20s. So, bringing a guy like Richard Sherman who could come in, teach these corners, Greedy Williams and Denzel Ward, how to play the game. Super Bowl. There's nothing else need to be said. So that's what the Cleveland Browns need to do. They need to sign Richard Sherman. He could play on the outside, and you could put either Greedy Williams or Denzel Ward on the other side, and either Greedy Williams or Denzel Ward can play that slot. I don't think that Richard Sherman can play this, play that third receiver, play that slot. He just doesn't have the speed anymore. But I wouldn't mind putting him back at safety, but he's not. I just don't see him as that thumper. I put him on one side of the field, lock it down. Put Denzel Ward on the other side of the field, lock it down. Get that pass rush from Myles Garrett and Olivier Vernon if he comes back. I don't know what they're going to do with Olivier Vernon, but throw in J.J. Watt with Myles Garrett on the other side. You can't double team everybody. So that's what the Cleveland Browns got to do. Go Browns.